Roger Stone here. Your dollars are losing ground, but gold isn't. American Sovereign Bullion helps you protect your wealth through real, tangible assets. Through their nationwide wholesaler network, you get some of the best pricing on gold and silver delivered straight to your door. Since 1912, the U.S. dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold continues to prove its strength. So call 844-272-2428. That's 844-272-2428. Or visit dyingdollar.com to request your free gold and silver guide. That's dyingdollar.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
John, I understand we have calling in. This is the Housing and Urban Development Secretary, Scott Turner.
Fraud in our systems? Well, it happens. And how do we fix it? How do we make our country better? Scott Turner. And he is the United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. And, Scott Turner, we've spoken before, Mr. Secretary, and there's so many problems in the world. I think the last time we talked about the problems in New York City Housing Authority, NYCHA in New York. And now you have discovered problems in California. Mr. Secretary, tell us what's going on in California.
Yes, sir, and it's good to be with you, John, always. Under President Trump's leadership, we fund results and not corrupt failure, and not the creation of a homelessness industrial complex. We want to be good stewards of American taxpayer dollars. And so today we announced that we are immediately suspending the Los Angeles Housing Services Authority, LAHSA as they're known, for failure in being stewards of American taxpayer dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars a year go to this entity to take care of our homeless neighbors, and over $1 billion in the last 5 years with no accountability, with no results to prove that they're actually doing what they've been tasked to do. And so we are suspending them because our job here, John, at HUD is to make sure that the taxpayer dollars that are meant to go to a certain mission are exactly accomplishing that mission. And if they are not, and we take inventory, then we have to do something about it. So this is not just for Los Angeles, but all of the COC recipients around the country, that we expect that you will be good stewards and accomplish the mission of taking care of our homeless neighbors around the country as intended to do. And so that was our announcement today.
That is a wow announcement. And one of our problems, and I've talked to the president in the past, and I've talked to other people, is if we can eliminate the fraud in our systems, that our deficit will come down substantially. In how many states is this going on? What do you think?
Well, John, you make a great point, and we've had these extensive conversations with the president. And I will say, and I speak for my colleagues that are in the cabinet, the president tasked us to find waste, fraud, and abuse. And under Vice President J.D. Vance, we have an anti-fraud task force, and he's doing a great job. He and his team leading this. And so all the cabinet secretaries are looking within their agencies and external, those that receive taxpayer dollars, to make sure that we're rooting out fraud and waste and abuse. And you're right. When you recover these hundreds of billions and, trillions of dollars, it could be a great help to balance our budget. And I'll give you just a stat that will help you. The Los Angeles Housing Services Authority, I'll give you kind of some of their most basic failures. They received $1 billion over the last 5 years. And despite receiving this much taxpayer funding, increase of 178%. Funding increased 178% since 2013, when we first started using the Housing First model. But homelessness in L.A. has increased 100%. Free housing for homelessness in L.A. has increased 212%. And our continuum of care funding per homeless person in Los Angeles has increased 39%. So 178% increase in funding, and yet the amount of people homeless in L.A. has increased dramatically. And so we have to stop this and run a whole new play, take accountability, take inventory and make sure that American taxpayer dollars are being used for its intended purpose.
Understood, and I think I worry about that, whether it's money for the homeless or money for New York City, for the housing authorities. But we got to straighten this out, and I don't know what else we can do. Any thoughts how we could solve the problem of homelessness and creating homes for the needy and make it work?
Yes, sir. So at HUD, we are responsible for, and I alluded to this a second ago, we're responsible for the Continuum of Care program. And this program really is intended to give continued assistance to our homeless neighbors. The Housing First model, which I spoke of earlier, has been a failed model. What this does, John, the Housing First model literally just warehouses homelessness. It just warehouses people without really getting to the root cause of homelessness, like mental illness and drug addiction. And so what we have proposed, we just put out a new competitive NOFO, Notice of Funding Opportunity, on June 1st that says there's going to be a transformation in this program, a different paradigm. Not only do we want to house people, but we want to put wraparound services around people so that they can get healed and transformed and into a life of self-sufficiency. We don't want to just fund programs, we fund people. And that's by putting services around them. We don't want to say, hey, we're successful because we spent this much money or because the number of units we have people in. That's the old failed model. Our success will be the amount of people we get out of homelessness, healed and transformed, and then to self-sufficiency. And so to answer your question, what can we do? That's what we're doing. It's a paradigm shift. It's a model shift. It's a focus shift. And, a lot of people don't like it, John, but you know what? This is for the American people and those people that are homeless and using American taxpayer dollars to bring real healing and transformation and get people to live self-sustainable.
I agree with you. Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary, for coming on. And Secretary Scott Turner of HUD, Housing and Urban Development, thank you for helping people that are homeless. And let's catch up again real soon.
Okay, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel's changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player's subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com. Get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel.
21 plus select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino. 18 plus DCKYWY. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. 888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Maryland. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Call 800-327-5050. Massachusetts. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 877-770-7867. Louisiana.
Visit FanDuel.com. Get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel.